Hello, my brothers. This is Christ. Thank you for coming another video with me, Anthony Garcia. Before I get started, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you. I just hope that in this new year you can reach your goals and all your aspirations. One of my wishes for all of you is that you can get closer to the Lord. You cannot imagine the peace and love you can get from the Lord. So that's one of my wishes, that you can get closer to Him. I'm very excited to bring you this three video series where I'm gonna be explaining nutrition, training, and rest, all the three components in order for you to have a successful and healthy fitness journey. One of the things that I always see in the new year is that a lot of people have new year resolutions, and one of them is weight loss. So I just definitely want to help you to navigate this uncharted waters so that you can be successful in reaching your goal. So that's my wish for all of you. So please sit back and enjoy the three video series. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video of this three video series where we're going to be talking about nutrition. Now, nutrition is very important in order for us to have a successful fitness journey. So we want to make sure that whatever we are doing, we have the right information in order for us not to stumble or fail in our nutrition plan. Now, before I get started, I do want to give you my credentials once again. I did provide them in my very first video. So I am a dietetic technician. I am a nutrition educator. I've been teaching nutrition for almost 9 years. Well, this year is going to be 9 years, so it's been a privilege and an honor to be helping my participants and also clients in order to reach their goals, whatever their goal was, whether weight loss or even gaining weight, bulking. So that is something that I'm very happy to help you with this video as well. But before I get into more information about nutrition, this is the question I always like to ask in my classes and also with my clients. I ask this question: what does nutrition mean to you? Now, the reason why I like to ask this question is because a lot of people have misconceptions of what nutrition really is. And you need to understand that nutrition is a lot more than just eating greens, than just having salads, than just vitamins and minerals. It's a lot more complex than that. So you want to make sure that when you are tackling the nutrition part, that you have the right mindset and the right understanding of what it is. So the proper definition of nutrition is the process of providing or obtaining the necessary foods for your health and growth. And those are the key words: health and growth. So your nutrition needs to be based on that alone, because if you focus on different things, then most likely you're going to fail in your nutrition. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you are focusing, or your priority should be health. So I do have my notes here that I want to hit, so I want to make sure that I hit all the 6 points that I have in this presentation. So the first thing, in order for you to build a proper nutrition, is building a solid foundation. This is very important, in almost like any plan that you make. You want to make sure that you have a solid foundation. It's just like a house. If a house doesn't have a solid foundation, what is going to happen? Everything else is going to be brought down. So you definitely want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you have a solid foundation. But how do you make a solid foundation when it comes to nutrition? Well, this goes back to the fundamentals, is building a well-balanced diet. And a well-balanced diet has all the food groups that you need in order to have a proper nutrition and getting all the vitamins and minerals. So this involves all the 5 food groups, which are fruits, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy. And we can definitely see this in the MyPlate. You probably have seen this maybe in the grocery store, maybe in the doctor's office, or even at school. The MyPlate was designed by the USDA. And the MyPlate, the reason why I like the MyPlate and I teach the MyPlate to my participants is because it provides a well-balanced diet. And the MyPlate is a good start, because it provides you with all the vitamins and minerals from all the 5 food groups, not excluding one. And with that, remember, it's just the foundation on how you're going to build your nutrition upon. So having a solid foundation will definitely help you to go to the next step. Now the next step is knowing your calorie intake. This is very important too, because if you don't know your calorie intake, then that is almost like going blind. If your goal is to going on a weight loss, and this is something that I want to make sure that you understand. When it comes to weight loss, I don't want you to just focus on weight loss. I want you to focus on fat loss, in body composition, on having more muscle and less of the fat. So you want to make sure that you tackle on fat loss. So how do you do that? Well, you need to understand what is your calorie intake. And in order for you to understand this, there are many different equations, many different apps you can go to, but just a disclaimer, all the equations or any app that you go to, they are not 100% accurate. And I'm telling you as a dietary technician, because I do this for a living, and unfortunately there is no equation that is 100% accurate. They're just an estimate, but it's actually better than nothing, right? So you want to make sure that you know your intake. So there are many different equations. One of them that I use, well, actually two of them that I used in order to compare, is the Mifflin-St. Jeor equation. This was an equation that I've been taught when I was going to school. And also there's another one, the MyPlate Tracker. Now the good thing about the MyPlate Tracker is that you don't have to do all the math. You just go to the app and you just write down everything you need. And it's pretty cool because you can write down all the information that you need based on your age, your height, your weight, and your physical activity level. Now your physical activity level is very important because this will tell you how much calories you need. Now if you take a look on the picture of the MyPlate, if you've ever seen the picture before, the good thing about the MyPlate, it has all the 5 food groups, but the MyPlate was designed for somebody who needs 2,000 calories. Now, if you are very active, 2,000 calories are not going to cut it. You're going to need a lot more calories in order to support your training. So this is why it's so important to understand how much calories do you need. So whatever equations you're doing, just make sure that you write down the necessary or calorie intake, and we can go from that. If you want to maintain your weight, then you can just follow the amount of calories that you need. If you want to go on a fat loss, then you're going to go on a calorie deficit. This is going down on calories. Usually I like to start with 500 calories in order for your body to get used to, and then going to 1,000 calories in order for you to reach your fat loss goal. If you want to build more muscle, you definitely have to go on a bulk. So by going on a bulk, you're going on a surplus calories. You're going to need a lot more calories because you're going to need all that energy. Just remember, calories are energy that food provides you. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the necessary calories in order to have the proper energy to go on your fitness journey. The other thing too, if I can use myself as an example, I need 3,000 calories. I weigh 197, 195. And also my physical activity level is really high. I work out 5 days a week, and my intensity is really high. So I definitely need 3,000 calories in order to maintain my body weight. If I want to go in a fat loss, then I have to decrease my calories, going on a deficit, and then that I can go from there. So you want to make sure that you know your calorie intake for the day. Now, next point when building a nutrition plan is building your nutrition based on who you are. Like I said before in this video, your nutrition should be individualized. And whatever I eat may not be beneficial to you, and whatever you eat may not be beneficial to me. So it's very important that you know who you are. And your nutrition is always going to have these contributing factors: your upbringing, your culture, your beliefs, and also your habits. So if it actually makes sense, because your nutrition should be based on your goals, should be based on who you are. This is why I'm so against many different diets and also celebrity diets, because a lot of people focus on those and they tend to fail. And it makes sense because that type of nutrition was based on that actor or actresses. So you want to make sure that your nutrition is meant for you. I know it sounds a little selfish, but it is important that we understand that nutrition should be based on who I am, and it should be only for me. There are many different diets that work. I'm not telling you that they don't, but just make sure that if your body is telling you something, that something is wrong, then stop doing that diet and start going back, because you definitely want to build the fundamentals, and going with who you are will always be a win-win. So you definitely want to make sure that all your culture and everything else, all the contributing factors, is going to your nutrition. So for example, I am Hispanic, so most of my foods are going to be ethnic foods. um, so that's how you should be viewing your nutrition as well, viewing what you like and your dislikes, and understanding who I am so that you can build a great nutrition. Remember, the my plate is just a foundation, and knowing who you are, you can going to build your nutrition upon that. So that I've seen a lot of successes if you go to this route, because you're gonna sustain it. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to have the best nutrition plan if it doesn't apply to you. You can have the best nutrition plan, but if you're not gonna eat it, then it doesn't really make sense. You definitely want to make sure that whatever you're eating is based on who you are. And then the next step is making a list of habits. The reason I like to do this with my clients is because we all tend to have bad and good habits when it comes to nutrition. Most likely, when you make a list, you're going to see that you have more bad habits than good habits, and that's totally fine. It's normal to have more bad habits than good habits, and this is something that is really important, because in order for us to change our bad habits, we must understand what they are. It's almost like going to battle. A soldier always bring all his arsenal. It goes in with a plan to the battle. So just imagine this soldier not going with his rifle, not going with his arsenal, not knowing the plan. What is going to happen? Most likely he's going to die. So you want to make sure that you do not go to the battlefield blinded. You want to make sure that you know where you're going to target, and having this list will definitely keep you on track. So you want to make sure that you have all the bad habits written down, and also your good habits. The good habits are a good way to start, because that's going to give you an encouragement to keep going. And with the bad habits, they're going to be bad habits. They're going to be really hard to change. Take it from me, I'm talking from experience. I do have bad habits that I'm still struggling with, and I'm probably going to struggle for the rest of my life, but that's totally fine. The thing here is to change your bad habits to good habits, and the fitness journey is for life. It's not just a one-time thing, so keep that in mind when it comes to nutrition as well. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're targeting these bad habits, trying to change them slowly, and hopefully, if you do it right and you start changing just one at a time, you're going to see a good success in your nutrition plan. Now the next step is portion sizes. Now the portion sizes are very important, because it can make or break your nutrition. So portion sizes are the key in order to have a successful nutrition plan. Now going back to the my plate, and you're going to hear me say this a lot in this video, is because I do love the my plate, because it provides you with the portion sizes as well. Having the portion sizes down will definitely help you not to make mistakes, because a lot of people make this mistake that if something is good and healthy, I'm gonna eat more than that, right? So that is a big mistake that a lot of novice people do when they are starting with a nutrition plan, that because something is healthy, I'm gonna eat more, and that is a big mistake. Take for example, an avocado. An avocado is very healthy. It has healthy fats that we can have, but if the avocado is way too big and I eat the entire avocado, at the end of the day it's still fat. So my body is just going to absorb what it needs, and the rest calories is going to be stored in fat. So remember, calories are calories. Calories in or calories out. That is the thing that you want to make sure that you have in mind. And knowing your calorie before you get to the step is very important. So the portion sizes are the key in order to make or break your nutrition. So having measuring spoons, measuring cups, and even a scale is pretty good. If you don't like to do that, utilizing your hands is pretty good as well. The palm of your hand is 3 ounces. So if you put a piece of chicken, steak, or whatever, and it fits your palm, that is 3 ounces. So things like that will definitely help you because everything here in America is big, and even our cups. Sometimes we tend to think, okay, I'm gonna have a glass of water, or I'm gonna have a glass of soda or juice, and sometimes it's even more than a cup. So you want to make sure that you do know your portion sizes in order to avoid many of the mistakes that a lot of us do at the beginning. And the last point is enjoy your food. If you don't enjoy your food, or you don't enjoy your nutrition plan, then what is the point of even following it? You definitely want to make sure that you enjoy your food, because that is what's all about. You want to enjoy your food in order to nourish your body, in order to nourish your training as well, and your rest. So you definitely want to have the proper nutrition that you enjoy, and by having all these points, will definitely help you to stay on track and to be sustainable. Because one of the things that I like to teach my clients is to build a nutrition plan that you're going to stick with it for the entire year. And by having all these bullet points will definitely help you to succeed in your nutrition. So this is all the information that I have. Like I said, it's going to be just a basic nutrition plan, just a nutrition 101, so that you can understand. I'm definitely gonna make more videos about the different five food groups in order for you to have a little bit more depth and more information about all the food groups, or what they do in your body and the vitamins that you get from them. But here is a review of what we have talked about today. So make sure that you build a solid foundation when it comes to your nutrition. This is going back to a well-balanced diet and utilizing the MyPlate as, once again, as just the foundation to build your nutrition upon. The next step is knowing your calorie intake. This is very important, because if you do not know your calorie intake, then you're most likely going to fail. You need to understand what is your calorie intake in order to make the proper adjustment in fat loss or even bulking. The next step is building your nutrition or meal plan according to who you are, according to your upbringing, culture, beliefs, and habits. This is very important, because all our nutrition is going to be factor based on who I am. And the next step is making a list of habits. This goes with bad habits and good habits. By knowing them, we can definitely tackle all of them and try to change them as much as we can. The next step is portion sizes. Portion sizes are the key in order to make or break your nutrition. You definitely want to make sure that you know your portion sizes when it comes to your food. And the last thing is enjoying your food. If you do not enjoy your food, then you're most likely not gonna follow your nutrition plan. So you want to make sure that you know that you enjoy your food. Alright, so that is a quick review of this video. I just hope that you enjoy it, and that it can definitely be helpful for you in order for you to build a proper nutrition that is meant for you. Because once again, your nutrition should be individualized, and it should be based on your goals. By knowing all these 6 bullet points, you are going to be in the right track, and you're just not guessing. You know your plan, and you can definitely hit or the necessary information in order to be successful. So I just hope that you enjoyed with this video, and that you can check out the next video about training. So until the next time, my brothers and sisters of Christ, I just hope that you have a beautiful day and or a beautiful night, and I just hope to help you with your nutrition gains. All right, thank you.